Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Ivy, your lovely spider host, and today we're just kind of drawing Spivy. I had nothing better to do other than doodle my sona, because what else is there to do in life right now for myself if I'm sick and have nothing better to do? So I'm gonna do my best to push on forward and doodle Spivy, because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to doodle for you guys. That's what you guys are all here for. Anyways, so let's begin. So to start, you gotta lay out your foundations. You gotta sketch out what you want to draw. Mainly with this, it's anatomy, because I have to sketch out all the stuff. And with Spivy, it's kind of a little complex since she has multiple arms and a little spider butt. So I had to kind of make sure to get all of that fixed and settled down. I kind of got a little confused a little bit later on when I was outlining and stuff, so I didn't really remember seeing the arm draping down her legs, so I had to go back and just add another appendage instead of coloring over what I had, because that would be too complex to fix. But I just added an arm, and her other arm might just be kind of laying against her side or something instead of draping down her body. I don't know. I had to go back and fix, and I didn't have enough time to draw 2 more arms, so I just drew another arm to imply that there's multiple arms there. But I had a lot of fun doing this. Essentially what I'm doing is going in and like outlining and stuff, because I had outfits that I had picked out on Pinterest that I thought were cute for Spivy, or cute for me, because Spivy is a representation of myself. So Spivy essentially has all like my surgery scars and other stuff, and it's just me as a little spider girl, because I like spiders and bugs. And I will say a fun fact about tarantulas. Did you know that tarantulas make friends with small frogs, because the small frogs will eat the pests that try to invade their egg sacs? So essentially, in exchange for food and protection of their egg sacs, the spider protects the frog. So it's like, it's cute. So they're friends with tiny frogs, and it's adorable. And I know most people don't like spiders like I do, but I think that's cute. Friends with little froggies. And I've held a tarantula before. It's actually really fun. They have like these little Velcro feet. Like, it's like the best way I can explain it. Like, their feet feel like Velcro, which is probably why they can climb up walls and stuff. But it was so interesting. I held like a male tarantula, because they're probably a little more calm than the females in comparison. But he was very nice. He was my friend, and I really wanted pet tarantula, but my family is like, no, you are not bringing a giant spider into this house. And I'm like, okay. So I had to comply, but that's okay. But now you know a fun fact about tarantulas that make them seem much nicer than you would originally think. But now with Spivy, I'm just kind of going through and doing all this stuff. Something you might have noticed is that Spivy has scars, and Spivy has scars where I have scars. So the one that's kind of in the middle of her chest is essentially where I got a G-tube put in. Essentially, I have gastroparesis, so I couldn't eat without throwing up like everything for a while, so I had to get nutrition through a tube. And I kept throwing up the feeding tubes that would go down my nose, so I had to get hole punched in the gut essentially to have a feeding tube go directly into my stomach. And so that hurt like a butt cheek on a stick. And then the other one next to it is a surgery scar where I have a gastric pacer put in because of my gastric paresis. And essentially what it does is that it stimulates my stomach with little shocks to my stomach to force my stomach to pump food through. And currently it is being a little jerk, and I don't know if something happened to it, but I'm having pain and other stuff, and I'm throwing up most of my meals. And that's not good, because I hate having to go through this again, because this is like the third freaking time at this point, and it's like coming back harder and stronger, and I hate throwing my guts up, That's what you have to deal with a chronic illness. I specifically have something called idiopathic gastroparesis, so I don't have a direct cause like diabetes or something for it. So we don't know what is causing it, but it's causing it. So yeah, I just throw up most of what I eat, but I can keep some foods that are softer on my tummy down. So hopefully I am able to figure out what is going on with all that, and if we can jack this little thing up and make sure it keeps working and I can, not have pain while I eat or as I digest food, because it's severe and terrible. But on another note, Spivy is almost done. I'm going through and just kind of enjoying what I'm drawing. Basically shading and coloring and all that stuff, and I'm just enjoying life, living like Larry, because we gotta live like Larry. My sister says living life like Larry, but it's living like Larry, not living life like Larry. And so that's one thing that drives me crazy when she says that. But I'm going through it and kind of messing around with the colors a little bit. So I'm trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the colors and whether I wanted to intensify or kind of experiment with the colors and make them more vibrant or saturated and stuff. But that's kind of what I'm doing. I hope knowing a little more about myself kind of helped with you guys, because I know when I posted the other thing the other day, it was a little concerning to some people, where it's like, okay, are you okay? Like, be careful, don't overexert yourself. And I'm like, okay, I understand that. I'm not trying to overexert myself. I'm trying to get videos out for you guys in a timely manner and on my schedule and stuff. But thank you guys for being so supportive. I hope getting to know a little more about Spivy and myself was interesting. And you can support me elsewhere. I have a Threads now. I still use Twitter, but it's just to follow some artists that haven't moved to Threads. I also have an Instagram, I have a Tumblr, and I have an Artful. Don't use DeviantArt, don't use ArtStation and other stuff anymore, because, lots of fun stuff happened there. But thank you guys for being so wonderful and supportive. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day.